and I've always said this about Seth Anthony. When it comes to, I'm gonna call them real man bars, because Seth Anthony always comes through like a man's man. No filler. It's just all about man's man. I feel like Seth Anthony got calluses on the hands. I feel like he wears work boots every day, and he's just about handling business. And that's a lot the way I am. Well, I wear work boots not every day, but I do got calluses, and I think I'm a man's man, and I think Seth Anthony is a man's man. And I was very excited when I seen that this song featured Mercules, who I think is a very underrated MC. All right, this video was directed by, I think it's called Ari Production and Stephen Quach, and I hope I'm saying that right, Stephen. Man, one of my favorite bars is when he's talking about a grown man cry. Never hearing a grown man cry. When you hear a grown man cry, you know that's real pain. You know that's real pain when you hear a grown man cry. I really like that. This whole video gave me this apocalyptic feel. I don't know what's going on tonight. Made me think of Mad Max.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like green screen, but I thought it was pretty dope. Like it came off like it almost made you feel like they were there, but you know it was a green screen. But the fact that they pulled it off with both artists, because I'm sure they never were together at the same time, I thought that was real dope too. He talks about battling demons in this song. And that's something else I expect to hear from Seth Anthony, because he's very transparent with his lyrics. He talks about what I feel like is real life. And battling demons is something a lot of us men go through. Some of us don't want to admit it, but a lot of us go through it. And he touches on that in this song. Now, Mercules got the second verse, and he had a line that said, he's too dope, like a spoon of heroin. I ain't never done no heroin, but everybody I know whoever got hooked on heroin, one no coming back. So being too dope like a spoonful of heroin means you must be dope as shit. Basically, he talks about a real man, the hook is a real man respected when he holds his ground. And that's like what I respect about you, Chief, because you will hold your ground to your opinion no matter what. And that's what this whole song is about. It's about its last breath, but to me, it could be called Respect the Real One, because it speaks and talks about real men and the respect we should garner. Now, Chief, I don't know if you, again, man, Seth Anthony always brings me a level of realness that I always respect. Anytime I see he's doing a song, I always feel like I know what I'm going to get. And that's just how I feel about Seth. My spirit album. Per him. Per Seth.
I can't see you.
I can't see. See, Chief, there we go.
There you go. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, to me, this song was fire. But let's go. I'll explain as I'm getting into it. Okay, so let's go into it. So here go the hook. All right, and let me talk about Seth. So, Seth is a good man. Like, I think I've known him for probably a year now, and I just want to let y'all know before I give this review. You know what I'm saying? Because it is kind of a pretty glowing review. I just wanted to let y'all know that Seth Anthony is not officially TrailerMade as like an artist, but he is definitely affiliated with TrailerMade. You know what I'm saying? So he's TrailerMade without being the artist. He's on a label, or he has a label, and that's his thing. He's a roughneck for sure. But he's also our guy. He's also our friend. So you know what I'm saying? He's TrailerMade. I just want to let y'all know that before I go into giving this review. All right. And y'all already know me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know the name. So that's why I want to preference my thoughts before, with that before I say, go into it. But he goes, his voice, bro, like I've listening to his voice, I can't even like compare it to, I can't think of anyone I could compare his voice to as far when it comes to the singing, because it's raspy, it's real rough. You know what I'm saying? So it is rough neck is definitely the proper term for that brother. You know what I'm saying? So his voice is like, it's like a raspy voice, but it's strong. You know what I'm saying? And I think it sounds good. You know what I mean? He be killing me with his head whip when he be singing. You know what I'm talking about? He be like, he'll be singing and he'll jerk his head real quick. That's my joint, bro. All right, so he goes, I battle these demons deep inside of me, praying on my knees just to keep the fight in me. But I can't never let another thing slow it down, because a real man's respected when he holds his ground. Fire. But he does it in his voice, obviously, and it sounds better, obviously. All right. But yeah, he's another thing about his music, man. He's very honest with what's going on inside of him and how he
That's what
feels
I respect the most.
his own situations, his own life, his own upbringing, his own experiences. You know what I'm saying? He's real upfront about it, and he talks about his music all the time. I think that's another reason why people gravitate toward him so much, is because he's so honest, he's so real with his music. And this is not bullshit, people. Like, when he writes music, this is real. I've had, we've had conversations. You feel me? So don't think he's just writing stuff. Nah, he's been through some stuff, man. Just to let y'all know, he's been through some stuff. All right. So then he goes, it's the verse. It's fucked up now. It's 3 a.m. I said I wasn't gonna do it, and I did it again. How many times have we done that, bro? Not, we, me, you, anyone who's watching. How many times have we been like, all right, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Turn around and do exactly what you just said you are not doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, go with your first thought, man. You that's how you get in trouble going with the second. All right. Trust yourself. Um, there's things in the mirror that I just can't shake. When I look in the mirror, I can't see my own face. That's deep. That's deep. Then he goes, you see a grown man cry, that's real pain. There's only so much shit I can take. While I always make sure that there's food on the plate, keep the diapers on the baby, and the bills get paid. That's real.
That is
Like,
real.
if you have children, bro, or a child, and you are not taking care of them children or that child, you could never, ever be a real man. Never. It's not possible. It's impossible. All right? You just can't. So if you got kids, take care of your damn kids, bro.
And don't let nobody else take care of them.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes there is co-parenting, what I mean, that goes well, and there's the mother has a boyfriend or husband now, and the father has a wife or a girlfriend now, and they get along and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, because now at least you still raising your child. At least you still in your child's life, you know what I'm saying? But yes, to what you said for the rest of that, yes. All right, so then he says, this is in the middle of the verse. He sings. This is one of my favorite parts about it. He sings in the middle of in the middle of the verse after he says, and the bills get paid. And he goes, I battle these demons deep inside of me, but he sings it. All right, y'all gonna have to go watch the video. I'm telling you.
You almost sounded like him.
Nah. But he sings that part. So he's rapping throughout this verse, and he sings in the middle of it, just that one bar, that one line, and then he goes right back to rapping. All right. Then he goes, I can barely breathe, waking up in cold sweats every time I sleep. That right there, man, that sounds like PTSD to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So big up to Seth, bro. Big up to Seth, bro.
Now that you mentioned PTSD,
mhm.
it makes the video make sense to me.
Explain.
Just It's got a demon apocalyptic feel. Um, just something of the past or something of the future that might worry you.
Okay, okay. I can understand. I can feel that. And I also have personal experience with that scenery. Okay. Not exactly, not the big, tall, jacked up buildings, but that storm. You you ever been in a sandstorm?
No.
Bro, that shit real, bro. It's
You
like
been in
fog.
a sandstorm?
It's like fog, right? I'm talking about the type of fog where you can see like 10 feet in front of you and that's it. That's what that shit was like. Says the Coca, bro. Coca, you know. Explain in the comments, bro. You know, bro. You know
You
what
been
it's
in a
like.
sandstorm?
Yes, and I'm sure Coca has too. He can attest to this, man, because we both were in the army, and he went the shout out to Coca, bro. He went the hard route, the hardcore route. If anyone out there knows what a Rakkasan is, them boys went hard. They were infantry and they went hard. You feel me? A lot of deployments, all that. So everybody in the comments, please, right now, please give your respect and you show your love for Coca, bro. Cause he was a rocker song and them boys went hard. I knew a few of them. Them boys went hard. Okay. But I just say I'm give my props to say this. I'm sure he knows what the sandstorms are like. Cause he's been over there like I've been over there. And when you like, first of all, you wouldn't even know a sandstorm is coming. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a regular day. It's not like it would. I'm not saying it's like it'll be like the sun's out, it's bright, birds are chirping in the trees. First of all, I'm not going to talk bad about the country, but they barely had trees, bro. Okay, but no birds chirping and all that. That's not what it was like. But you don't think a sandstorm's coming, but you can see it coming when it is coming, because it's like a big wall of fog, bro. That's exactly what it looks like. It's fog, but it's all just loose, fine sand just flying in the air. So when it come, we would have the net gaiters on. You throw that net gate over your nose and your mouth, throw your shades on, you know what I'm saying? Pull your beanie if you had the beanie, you know what I mean? If you had if you was in your PTs or whatever, PTs or your physical fitness uniform. So it was just a t-shirt, says Army on it, and then it's black short, gray t-shirt, says Army on it, black shorts, and that says Army on the leg. That's it, right? And so depending on what you had on, that sand, boy, like I remember one time I got caught in that shit. My whole legs were dusty. My whole arms was dusty, bro. Like all that. That's why I said the cap, the PT cap, because it's a wool beanie, and you just pull it down over the shades on the sides. You pull it all the way down so it's over the shades, and it helps keep the sand from going in through this way. You know what I mean? Because if you just have the shades on, of course, you can still get sand in your eyes, but that's what we used to pull it all the way down to cover it up. So this way, the whole face is covered, and all you see is the beanie, the shades, and the neck gaiter, because you don't want to breathe that shit in. That's straight sand floating around in the air, bro. But yeah, shout out to Coca, bro. Then he goes, I could barely breathe. All right, waking up in cold sweats every time I sleep. I got these voices in my head. They keep talking to me. I want to turn around, gang, because I'm in too deep. That right there was the only bar that he put in the song, and it was fire. I don't know if y'all seen In Too Deep. It's a movie with LL Cool J,
Dope
and he was the
movie.
gang leader. Yeah, he was the gang leader in the movie. So I'm sure that's what he was getting at when he said that, because he specifically said gang. You know what I'm saying? I want to turn around because the actor Omar Epps, he
Mm-hmm.
was an undercover cop, but he ended up wanting to come out of it. You know what I'm saying? He ended up wanting to come out of it because he was getting too deep. You feel me? He was getting in it too deep.
Yeah, he
And
was he was
that's what
damn
he's
near a gang
saying.
member
I want
himself.
to, yeah, he had to become one. Yeah. So he's saying, I want to turn around, gang, because I'm in too deep. So that's a fucking bar, bro. You know what I mean? Like I had to break it down with people who haven't seen the movie, but that's a bar. All right. And then he goes, man, it's hard to think It's hard to think straight with all this liquor and drink. Wow, excuse me. Damn. Man, it's hard to drink. It's hard to think liquor outside with me, asking God for help while I fall on my knees. So what I really liked about that is that last bar, asking God for help while I fall on my knees. And in the video, he was falling down onto his knees. You know what I'm saying? So I like when you plug in actual stuff from what you're saying into your visuals because it helps bring the life, more life out of the song. Because now you have something to visualize, even when you stop listening, even when you don't watch the video, but you might be on Spotify or Apple Music or something, and you're listening to the song, you can still picture it. You know what I mean? So I like that type of, inserting stuff that you say and acting it out in the video. I like that type of stuff. But yeah, he said, man, it's hard to think straight with all this liquor I drink. He ain't bullshitting. Bro, drink a lot of liquor. He ain't lying, folks.
He does.
I got the devil on my side and he's fucking with me. And I'm sure from all the shit that he's been through, he has those demons, like he said, bro. Like, I have no doubts about it. But he's a strong man and he takes care of his stuff. And he's generous to his friends, to his family, you know. He's just an overall good, solid dude, bro. Solid dude. Okay, so then it goes into the hook. Back into the hook. You already know what I said about the hook. Now here comes Mercules. So I had to, listening to it a few times. I developed a liking to it because I had to write his stuff down in order to, give this review to y'all how I do. And as I kept listening to it, it grew on me. When I first heard it, I was like, bro, this is Mercules, bro. I know he didn't do my dog Seth like that with this basic ass verse. You feel me? That's what I first thought. But after, like I said, after going back through it a few more times, then I'm like, it's growing on me. So now, and I wrote some stuff down here. So he goes, this is Mercules. He goes, I gotta hold my ground. I've been running on empty and I'm so burnt out. But I still got drive when I'm broken down. I won't ever stop working. I don't throw the towel. Explain that to me. What do you think about that? What is he talking about?
He ain't gonna give up.
Right? What is the physical item that he's comparing himself to?
Say the bar again.
He goes, I gotta hold my ground. I've been running on empty and I'm so burnt out. But I still got drive when I'm broken down.
A car.
I won't ever stop working. I don't throw in the towel. Exactly. Exactly. So he goes, I've been running on empty and I'm so burnt out. What happens when you running on empty coolant? Your shit gonna burn up.
It's gonna run hot.
But I still got drive when I'm broken down. I'm putting down the road. I gotta pull over, park the truck, and go get that gallon of water I got in the trunk. Hey, I've been through it.
We still there
Pop
though.
the hood, pour that gallon in there, and you back on the road. You feel me? That's what he talking about. And then I won't ever stop working. I don't throw in the towel. So he's still gonna keep working. He's still gonna, even though his car is putting down the street, he gonna keep pushing. He gonna keep working. You know what I'm saying? He gonna pull over, like I said, throw that water in there. He might have to use the towel, wipe up, wipe whatever he gotta wipe down or check the oil and all that, right?
But he gonna get there.
But he gonna get there. He ain't gonna stop working. He ain't gonna throw in the towel. You feel me? All right, so then he goes, since there's not another rapper that I feel can compete with the skill, the appeal, and the realness I'm too dope, like a spoonful of heroin. So that's what you was talking about.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go like that, but that's just what comes up next. You know what I'm saying? So he says, since there's not another rapper that I feel can compete. I don't believe that's true, but he's still dope. With the skill, the appeal, and the realness. There's plenty of guys out there with skill, appeal, and realness. So take that as it is. I'm too dope like a spoonful of heroin.
I like that line.
Yeah. All right, so then he goes, I don't do the comparisons. I realize, he said he don't do the comparisons. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, regardless, you're gonna get compared to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's not many artists. I'll say that. There's not many artists that you can't compare to another artist. The hip hop genre is flooded with people who sound the same. The mother genre. Flooded with people who sound the same. But then you have those outliers like J. Cole, then you have the Kendricks. Then you have the Drakes, the old Kanye. I don't know what Kanye on, but nowadays, but the old Kanye. Artists like that. 50 Cent. There's never been another 50 Cent yet. You know what I'm saying? That's not a shot at Scrapping, okay? I know what it sounds like, Scrapping. That's not a shot, bro. Eminem, Busta Rhymes. These are outliers. Most of them are older rappers. The younger rappers nowadays, they a lot of them sound alike, bro, and a lot of it is absolute garbage. But then it's the same in the country rap genre. You have those artists that sound the same when they rap. The flow and all that is just real simplified. You know what I mean? It's not always bad, but there's artists that do the simplified rap too in the country rap genre.
Yeah.
But then you have other artists like that stand out that no one sounds like, or they don't sound like anyone. You got Upchurch, you know what I'm saying? You got Struggle Jennings. Who the hell he sound like? Nobody but himself.
Yeah.
You got Hard Target, Simple Man. These guys sound like themselves. They don't sound like nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So FJ. These guys are one of ones. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that's out there that's not one of one. So, but he don't do the comparisons. That's cool. But I mean, I really wouldn't compare nobody to him anyway either. To Mercules. Who you think compares to Mercules as far as like music?
Oh no, I have to sit down and think about it.
Yeah, I can't.
He has a very distinct. I have to think about it.
Yeah, me too. Because I can't off the top. I can't even. That's why I asked you. I'm like, what you think? You know what I mean? But oh, so right, I'm typing right, and I got autocorrect and all that. Everybody got autocorrect, bro. Rappers, just rappers. They're rapping. Their grammar while rapping is so bad, bro. It's so bad. You know how many times, like when I'm writing in this notepad, right? I gotta type stuff in and they'll give me what I can correct. There'll be a blue line under it for what I should correct. I'll click on it, right? And it'll come up with what it should be, right? If I click on what it should be, it's always perfect grammar, but it always jumps me back up to whatever I've skipped past. So I'm struggling with that with this notepad. I need to find me a different notepad. It's a pain in the ass because I'll be at the bottom and I'll be typing. I'll see the blue line. And I'll just tap.
It take you back.
I'll just tap it. That should have shoot me all the way back up to the top. I'm like, God damn, but I got scroll all the way back down. But yeah, rappers, we got some messed up grammar, bro, when we rapping. Just want to say that.
Right. Go ahead.
Then he goes, they tell me that I do need a therapist because all the abuse made me ruthless and arrogant. A lot of people need therapy, bro. I always, say this. If you need therapy, bro, go get it. Okay, so I'm gonna look up something for y'all. So you could find you don't have to be like wanting to commit suicide, right? You don't have to be wanting to commit suicide to call the suicide hotline. and speak to someone. Okay. If you're speaking to the wrong people about your issue, I'm sure they can get you to someone else or get you some other information that you can get to get some assistance, bro. But reach out and talk to someone, even if it's just somebody you trust, man. Don't hold stuff in. I had a friend, he was in the Army too, and he passed away. He took his own life. And nobody knew what he was going through, but he ended up taking his own life. So if if you have people in your life, or if you don't have people in your life that love you, somebody out there is going to care about you. Somebody out there is going to care about you. It could be someone you just met 10 days ago, and they like you, and then something happened to you, and now boom, they hurt, and then yada yada. So, but I'm just saying, just talk to folks, man. If you need to talk to a therapist, just do it, bro. Like, don't worry about that BS stigma. That's starting to die down. But don't worry about that BS stigma behind men and getting mental help. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the best guys I know, Jeff McCool, Moccasin Creek. He's very open about his mental health issues and the things that he goes through with his health, and I think that's like super respectable, super admirable, and it takes strength to be able to discuss these personal things with people, man. You know what I'm saying? And he does it willy-nilly. He's not ashamed of it at all. You know what I mean? It's just part of him, and he'll explain it to you if you're talking about it, or you know what I mean, or if you ask him or whatever, he'll talk to you about it. I'm just saying, people, if you are going through some things, talk to somebody, bro. Taking your own life or going crazy and fucking stuff up and going to jail and doing all type of wild stuff, when someone could have helped you and helped you get on the right path. You know what I'm saying? Please speak to somebody. So the suicide hotline. The phone number for the suicide hotline is 1-800-273-8255. When they say press 1 to talk to someone, or send a text message to 838-255 to connect with a sponsor. All right, so please do that if you need to. All right. So I appreciate Mercules for that. Thank you for that. So I'm almost done here. Then he goes, of course, then he shouts out his homeboy. He says my homeboy. Then he shouts out Seth. Then he goes back into the bars. With no limit, I feel like Master P. That's a light bar, but it's a bar. But deep inside me, I'm dealing with a tragedy. That's that thing again, bro. Talk to somebody. If you hurting inside, please talk to somebody. Then he goes back to the hook. You already know the hook, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But yeah, so that's the end of my review as far as the song. But to go back to the video just a little bit, the video was dope. I love the green screen. What I would say to Mercules is maybe try to be more active when you're performing in front of a green screen. Just do a little more, because you weren't really doing, you were just like stepping backwards, stepping forward, tossing your hands a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Seth, on the other hand, he did, down on his knees, that part where he started singing in the middle of his verse, he did like one of these Super Saiyan type things from Dragon Ball Z. And then he sang, but he threw his arms down, he looked up to the sky, and he was like, and you could tell, like, sometimes artists don't really rap in their videos. They'll mouth it, they'll lip sync it. You can tell that motherfucker let some emotion out on that one. That shit wasn't fake. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a dope video, dope concept, man. And I think, actually, now that I think about it, the video itself fits the song perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does.
There's a lot of self-destruction in this song. So the show or the video is depicting destruction. You know what I'm saying? So and in the coloring was like Mars. So it was like real red and stuff. So when Seth is talking about the demons, battling these demons, this, that, and the third, you can look at that and it looks like some type of scene from some type of movie where you would see demons flying out the damn building or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was real dope. I liked it overall.
All right. Are we adding Seth Anthony to the playlist?
Yes.
I'm adding him right now.
Absolutely.
Okay. And I can't say that about Scram because I think that is a YouTube only release.
Nah, bro. I was gonna vote you onto the list, bro. Where's the Spotify?
Let me see. Let me double check.
I'm gonna check right now too.
Let me double check. Yeah, it's not. It's,
Gone. Yeah, I don't see it.
oh,
It's his latest release.
so this
Patsy Cline.
song, are we putting it on? I found it.
You did? Okay.
We're adding it to the playlist.
Yes. Because
Okay.
like I said before, if I can only listen to it once, I don't want to hear it no more. It shouldn't go in the playlist. But I would want to hear this song more, so I definitely think it's good for the playlist. Definitely.
All right. That's all I got, sir.
Hey. I ain't got nothing else.
All right. How can they find you?
Hey, y'all know how to find your boy. Facebook, Kashif, Kashif McCormick. On Instagram, I am Trellamade Chief, Trellamade _Chief. That's TRAYLORMADE_Chief. And on YouTube, I gotta check on this. I'm Chief.Trellamade on YouTube. There you go.
Okay. I got it. Okay. That way I can mod you. I need to mod you.
All right.
All right. And y'all can find me on Instagram at Ryan Dirty Radio, Facebook, Victor Vic XL Walker. And y'all make sure y'all follow the Country Rap Report page on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment, share the show. That's all I got.
Hey. All right. We appreciate y'all watching the video. Thank you for being in the live chat, chopping it up with us. Shout out Creek and Mariah. Thank you for what you do.
Absolutely. Peace.